Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. How are you? I am Zohaib and you are watching Zabi Association YouTube channel. So viewers, in this video we will discuss lab number 6 of transportation engineering to determine the consistency test for bitumens. So let's start our lectures. First of all, designations relate in this experiment. ASTO T49-97. After the scope and significance of this experiment, this test method is used to determine the consistency test for bitumen. This test method is applicable in determining the grades for bitumens. This test is used to measure the high temperatures of viscosity and low temperature stiffness. This scope is to provide method for determining the consistency of semi-solid and solid bituminous materials, in this which the major constituent is either bitumens and tar pitch. After the significance of this experiment, this test is very essential for us to measure the consistency for bitumen. This test is almost used in all over the world in different grades. It depends upon weather conditions, type of constructions. Bitumens for different penetration grades are commonly used. After this, related theory. What is consistency? First of all, consistency the penetrations of bitumen materials is its consistency expressed as the distance of the tenth of millimeters that is standard needles penetrate vertically into specimen of the materials under specified conditions of temperatures, load and durations of loading. Standard conditions of bitumens grades. Okay, grades. Commonly used grade are 30 divided by 40, 60 divided by 70. All of these are grades of these bitumens. Warmer regions. Lower penetration grades are preferred in warmer regions. It is better for us to use lower grades. Lower regions, warmer region and lower regions. The bitumens which higher penetrations values are used in colder regions like snowfalls, where continuously snowfalls occurs on hilly areas. After this, penetrations. What is penetrations? The manual type penetrometers consist of metal base and carries the total rate of its carries assembly, including the penetrations needles, is 100 grams. It has a release knob. As we pushed the knob, the assembly is released. We take out the pressures. It is locked again on the top dials. Gauge is present in graduated tenth of millimeters. Penetration needles. First of all, penetrometers and penetration needles. The needles shall be made fully hardened and trapped stainless steels. The standard needles shall be approximately 50 millimeters in length. The diameters of needles shall be 1 to 1.02 millimeters. It shall be systematically trapped at one and by grinding to a cone having an angle between 8.7 degree and 9.7 degree over the entire cone length. Okay. Square to the needle axis within 2 degree centigrade. After the stopwatch. Stopwatch is used to measure the time in seconds up to 1/10 of seconds. Containers, it is used to put a paste in containers. Diameters of container 55 millimeters. These are just specifications of a containers operators use in the experiments. Depth of container 35 millimeters. Okay. After this recommendations, penetrating values less than 20, bed crackings. Penetration value greater than 30, crack rarely occurs. Operators. Most important parts of this experiment. Penetrometers, manual type or mechanical types. Needles length 50 millimeter, diameters 1 millimeters, angle tapering 8.7 degree to 9.7 degree. Sample containers, water bath, safety gloves and pan. Okay, after these procedures, we go on as procedures. First of all, sample preparations, and then we get mold and get results of penetrations or consistency of a bituminous. Initially heat the bitumens to temperatures about 90 degrees centigrade above the softening points, and then solution is well stirred to remove air bubbles for making homogeneous solutions of bituminous. When solutions is sufficiently heat, pour it into the containers and allow it in air for 1 hour. After this, meanwhile, switch on the water bath and set the temperatures 25 degrees centigrade. Place the sample in water bath for 1.5 hours. Testing and sampling. After preparations and then testing the samples. Bring the samples at the brass to penetrometers. Take the needle and clean it with benzene C6H6. Take a cotton dub dipped in benzene, dry and needle and fix it place. We take lubricants to move needles slightly. Now place samples below the needles and bring the needles at contact surface of the sample. After contacting the needle on the surface, it is important that needle should be in contact with the surface and does not penetrate initially. After this, adjust the screw properly and tip of needles just place on the surface of bitumen. The sample is ready for testing. To drop a needle manually for 4 to 5 seconds, it will be manually or using the timers. After, timing is used to remove human errors. Note down the initial readings and operator timer. After 5 seconds, it will be automatically log and note down final reading. Bring it contact with the of needles assembly. Okay. After getting ready to perform this test for 3 to 4 times at different locations for bitumens. Every point should be 10 mm away from previous point. Right? Also 10 mm inside the boundary of the containers. We take a needle out and clean it again with benzene and make it dry again. Okay, we get 3 to 4 readings. So this is the apparatus used in this experiment, and this is a figure of mold and other assemblies. So this is a penetrometer test. These are needles, and these needles penetrate on the mold, and this is just a specifications small, and this is a mold, right? So viewers, tell me how's this video. If you like this video, please comment on videos. If you have any ambiguity, that's comment your question. Inshallah, I will answer your questions. If If any persons do not subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channels and click bell icon for new notifications. Thanks for watching.